Hello everyone, welcome back to Weblearns. I hope you are doing great. In today's Odoo 19 tutorial, we are going to learn one of the most important automation concepts in Odoo development. That concept is cron job, also known as scheduled action. Before we beginning, if you haven't watched my previous video on XML file and server actions, I highly recommend that watching them first because today's topic is directly connected with those concepts. The link is available in the description. And if you want to learn more about Odoo, you can visit the Weblearns channel. Under the courses, you can see Odoo 17, 18, 19 development tutorial. This is the main topic, and if you want to learn more about topic wise, you can visit the home screen. You can see here Odoo 1792 development tutorial. You can see here different playlist also available with a different topic wise. And guys, if you didn't subscribe this channel, please subscribe. It will help me a lot. Plus, you will get the latest notification about the upcoming sessions. Now, let me ask you one question. Imagine your client wants Shopify orders imported every 5 minutes, invoice reminders sent every morning, and report generated every night. Would you perform all of those tasks manually? Of course not. That's exactly why cron job exists. Today we will understand not only how to create cron jobs but how they actually works internally. Before we jump into coding, let's first understand what are going to cover. We will learn what cron jobs are, why they are important, how Odoo executes them, where Odoo stores them, how XML and Python works together, and finally we will create our own cron job from scratch. Let's begin. Many beginners learn cron jobs through simple example, but in real projects cron jobs are everywhere. Whenever a task needs to happen repeatedly and automatically, cron jobs are usually involved. Think about invoice reminders, Shopify synchronization, automated reports, inventory synchronization, EDI integrations. Without cron jobs, someone would need to perform those tasks manually. Automation saves time, reduces errors, and allowed business to scale. Let's talk a real world example. Suppose customer places an order on Shopify. That order needs to appear inside Odoo. Now imagine an employee manually clicking an import button every 5 minutes. That would be a waste of time. Instead, a cron job automatically connects to Shopify, download new orders, create sales order, reserve stocks, and send a notification. That is one of the most common uses of cron jobs in enterprise projects. Now, every cron job is an external integration. Many cron jobs automatically internal business processes. For example, every morning at 8 p.m., Odoo can automatically identify overdue invoices and send a reminder emails to customers. Imagine doing that manually for thousands of customers. Automation makes this process effortless. Another common enterprise use case is EDI and AS2 integrations. Trading partner sends a file, the file arrives in a folder, a cron job continuously monitoring that location. Where a new file appears, Odoo automatically processes it, decrypts it if necessary, and create a corresponding records. Most EDI system depends heavily on cron jobs. Now let's understand what actually happens inside Odoo. Many developers think cron jobs are magic, but process is very simple. Odoo has a scheduler. Scheduler continuously checks the ir.cron table. Whenever the execution time arrives, Odoo executes the configured Python method. After execution, Odoo updates the next execution time and waits again. This cycle continues forever. One important concept many developers don't understand is where cron jobs are stored. Cron jobs are not Python files. Cron jobs are database records. Specifically, they are stored inside the ir.cron table. The XML file simply creates a record in this table. This is one of the most important concepts to remember. Let's quickly understand the most important phase. Model ID tells Odoo which model should be used. Code tells Odoo which Python method should execute. Next call stores the next execution time. Internal type defines whether the task runs every minute, hours, day, or week. these fields from the core configuration of every cron job. This diagram represents the entire life cycle of a cron job. First, Odoo waits until the execution time arrives. Python method executes. After complete Odoo updates, the next call failed and the cycle starts again. This process repeats continuously. This is probably the most important diagram in today's video. The XML file creates an ir.cron record. The record points to a Python method. The Python method contains the business logic, and the business logic performs the actual work. Remember, XML stores configuration, Python stores logic. Here we are creating a schedule action. Notice how we are creating a record in ir.cron. This XML tells Odoo what to execute and how frequently it should execute. But the XML file itself doesn't contain business logic. This is where the actual logic lives. When the scheduler reaches the execution time, this method executes. In real projects, this method may calls API, generate reports and emails, process files, or perform any other business processes. Many beginners confuse server actions and cron jobs. An easiest way to remember the difference is server actions are usually triggered manually, cron jobs are triggered automatically based on time. Both can execute Python code. The difference is how they are triggered. Before we move to the demo, let's discuss some common mistakes. Never process huge data sets in a single execution. Always add logging, always handle exceptions, and always think about performance. Making a cron job run is easy. Making it scalable is what makes you a professional developer. Now that we understand the theory, let's switch to Odoo and build a real cron job. We will create a Python method, configured as scheduled action, upgrade the module, and verify everything works correctly. So you can see this is Odoo 19 Community Edition. This is our custom modules. Let me add here inside this data cron job. So let's see cron underscore data.xml. Make sure you can also mention the file name as cron underscore data.xml, or it should be the simplest keyword cron. So other developers can understand, okay, in this file having cron job related records. And now you can see it will automatically generate this file. Okay, let's student cron job cron for students, right? And here the model, we must have to mention this model name. This is for the school, and yes, this one wb.student, right? So here we can use wb underscore student. Model underscore id, this is the field name. This is a many to one field which we have to mention as a model first underscore. This is a predefined keyword we must have to mention, and then after the module name. If you have a multiple dots, you can just replace with the underscore. Here in this case you can see wb dot student is there. We must have to use underscore, and that's it. Then after we have a stat. So stat means like this cron job performs a specific actions using the Python code, right? So first we must have to use here code, and inside the code we have to mention the Python related code. Okay, internal type, and internal type should be like let's say the internal type is a minutes you have to mention, or let's say the hours, or like that. Let me show you here. Settings, technical, let's say schedule actions, and you can see here this is the name field, right? This is the model. Then after this is an interval. So minutes, hour, days, weeks, and months you have to mention, and here you have to mention the specific number in integer. Let's say 1 day. So if you are mentioning the minutes, so you have to add here between 1 to 59, right, for the days. you can add any number of days, but hours you can use here, let's say 1, 2, 3, something like that. Then after the weeks and the month. I hope you understood, right? So yes, we have to mention here like this. If you hover here, you see it says repeat every X. This is the X and this one also. So combination of these two, it will execute this cron job. Now let's say we mention as a code, right? So you can see here, this is the Python code. Here we have to mention, so same like here, what we mention, internal number and internal type, right? So basically these 6 fields you have to mention, and that's it. Another thing is, yes, and which is also more important, schedule user. Which user you want to perform this cron job by Odoo bot or listen admin, Mark demo or Joel, right? So you can also select any of this one. But if you didn't mention, then it will automatically use this Odoo bot. Alright, so in the scheme, you can also run manual. If you click this button, it will automatically call this method, or it will execute this code, Python code. Okay, and then after, what happened? Like it once automatically cron job execute. So based on this configuration, this next execution date automatically update. Right. Now let's focus here. Cron method, right? So let me click to this cron method. Def print, let's say cron method called like this, right? Symbol we have to mention like this inside wb.student model. Okay, and yes, we have to mention this cron job file into here. And simple, we have to upgrade the module. So before that, let me restart the service. Let me minimize, and I'm going to upgrade this module from here. If you don't know how to configure Odoo in PyCharm, please check editor level playlist. I already explained everything. So you can see here by default 22 is here, right? Records. Now you can see it's increased with the 123. You can see here cron for student, right? And let me open this form view, and now you can see this is a student profile, right? If you remember, like we didn't mention the scheduled user, so by default it's text Odoo bot. We configured 1 minute, by default it's active, right? And it will execution time is this one 11:26, and the priority is file. So let's say if you want to increase the high priority, then you can use at least let's say 1. So 1 is the first priority, right? And now we can see here. Let's wait here. Alright, so you see, it's true cron job method called, right? And you can see here 11:26. Let me refresh. See, it says 11:28. So it will automatically call this method. You need to wait one more time, right? My cursor is here. Alright, you see, call method. Now let me refresh. Now you can see 11:29. Another thing is, you can also execute this method manually. Okay, so the time remains same as it is. This is once automatically run by the scheduler, it will automatically update this next execution, not from the manual one. Okay, all right. So yeah, this is the smallest demo we have created successfully. But here you can add you can add here anything, any logic. Let's say you want to send emails, right? That's on the specific criteria. You can also do it. You can also integrate the third-party integrations such as the EDI, Shopify, Amazon, and many other third-party applications, right? The Cherable and all. You can also do it like this is a specific cron job. You can also call some methods like delete records, leave search, anything. All right. So yeah, this is the main part. Another thing is I want to show you demo, and that's the reason I have said as a 1 minute. But actually, 1 minute is not a good idea, right? Because let's say if you have a multiple cron jobs and you have a high probability this cron job, so might what happen is like it will lock this wb.student model, and in case someone trying to access or modify this records, any of this model's record, might be there is a concurrent issue is also that. So it's best you can use here at least 10 minutes, not less than 10 minutes. As your projects become larger, you will notice that almost every integration depends on cron jobs. Shopify, Amazon, WooCommerce, EDI, AS2, SFTP, invented synchronization, accounting automation. Most enterprise automation relies on scheduled action. Today we learn what is cron jobs are, why they are important, how they work internally, where Odoo stores them, how XML and Python works together, and how they are used in enterprise projects. In the next video, we are going to learn queue jobs and background workers. These technologies are used when core jobs are not enough for large-scale processing, so make sure you are subscribed to this channel. And thank you very much for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My name is Harsh Dadu, and I will see you in the next Odoo 90 tutorial. Goodbye and happy coding.